Gather around the fire of magical and mystical truths. This is your path back to your divine magic. And this is how humanity takes its power back that was siphoned away. Today we're going to be talking about the solar annular eclipse, the Ring of Fire eclipse, also called annular eclipse. Today, October 14th, because this has magical and mystical truths that we must uncover. This Ring of Fire is known as an annular eclipse. This kind of eclipse happens at very specific choice points or timelines or points in our timeline. And every time that something like this happens, something global happens that shifts the entire timeline of humanity. And we're going to go over a few of those points in this storytelling session, but more so what I want to share as well, that this and what I've received in the information from just building up to this time is that this date today, this annular eclipse falls on the day of a number 13. The number 13 has very powerful frequencies and connections and vibrations that is connected to the divine feminine energy. Now, what does this mean? This means that the divine feminine energy is empowering itself through many of us that it's coming through, but it's also about the connection into the spirit of this earth, the celestial being that we call Earth, and that this is a massive timeline shift for all of humanity, for this entire world. And we're going to get into some points as to why. But also, this is a day that you can claim the timeline that you want to be connected to. You've probably seen many people talking about doom and gloom. They were talking about what's going to happen, all hell's going to break loose on October 13th, which is now, as we know, of course, and it always is, BS. Anybody that carries a frequency of apocalyptical, doomsday, any kind of that frequency is a hijacked channel. That is what the evil beings want humans to believe, because if we believe that, then guess what? We choose it. Well, you can choose differently. We can choose differently together. We choose the grander path. We choose the falling of the false kings, which exist in a tyrannical structure today. That is the premonitions and information that I've received this week. But let's get into some other amazing details. So one big thing to note is that there was a crop circle in Italy that showed up in May 2023, actually showing us what's coming in October today. So May 30th, 2023, in Capriano de Colle in Italy, this Ring of Fire solar eclipse showed up. So this was going into this October Ring of Fire eclipse. But bigger than that, it's also showing something much larger. If you take a look at this picture here, and I'll make this bigger so you can see. So this is the same in May 30th, 2023. This is like coordinates as well. So what you see here is there's Silbury Hill, it's a pyramid structure, and there's a vortex, there's energy, and there's Avebury, Henge, which is all this is in England. So if you notice, it's the exact same structure as that crop circle. And what this means is this area in England, actually it's in Scotland, technically in the UK, but this is going to be very powerful energies, and this is going to be a very powerful place that has everything to do with about the event that's happening today. And the interesting thing about this is that I will actually be there next week. And it was, I was called into going there. But the other thing about this is called the Albion. This was the center, the hub of the heart chakra. This is the center of the world from the heart perspective. Albion in ancient times meant heart of the world. So we need to pay close attention in this story as it unfolds and unlocks this beautiful new paradigm that we're walking in. And we choose today that locks in this new paradigm where we can create a new quote unquote kingdom. Or we could say we're creating heaven on earth.